Good afternoon, guys. Here we are today. We have the pheasant back mushrooms that we got on day 2 of the turkey hunt. These things are absolutely beautiful. Call them pheasant back because of that nice pheasant pattern on the back. You can scrape that off if you want, keep it on there. It's completely up to you. It's fully edible. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to prepare these, how to cook them, and the best way to do that. So yeah. So most people like to cut off that outer ridge. I don't. I like using it, but it all kind of depends on what I'm making here. So start off cutting it right down the middle. Look at that. Look at all that juicy meat in there. That is just gorgeous. And you go ahead and you literally just go strips. And the best way to prepare these is to get a medium-sized one, because if they're too big, they're gonna be really chewy. So medium to small size. Small ones would be good too. And you have to let them soak in salt water. You can, what I do, I got regular tap water here, and all I do, dump a shitload of salt in there, and then just let it sit for, I think I had mine sitting for what, 2 days? So yeah. We're gonna go ahead and grab a plate real quick. Set these off to the side. And we're just gonna saute them. I've done it this way before. And the best part is, when you get a nice lump like that, just go ahead and just cut it right off. And that can just go straight into your garbage. And you go and cut it in half. And it's basically just strips. And you're gonna cook this similar to a steak. So, not same temp and everything, just same like cooking method, you know? Make sure those are all broken up nicely. See, I've got some of these before. I think it was on Mother's Day. Me and my buddy went out, got a few of them. He tried breading them, and I mean, it wasn't half bad. So, what else we're gonna need is some butter. You're gonna need a generous amount because you're gonna have to kind of swoosh it onto it. So, say about that much. I'll set it on like roughly 4. Take that little chunk there too. And since we do have a bigger pan, I'll just take a bigger chunk. And I mean, I'm a fan of the mushrooms, like regularly cooked, but at the same time though, it all depends on who's cooking it. So while we let that melt down, we let that sit, you're gonna wanna grab either garlic, like bits, or garlic powder is what I have here. You wanna grab truffle salt, or you can just go kind of a mix of spices, mainly salt for that, and then a little bit of parsley flakes. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a spoon real quick. Perfect. What you want to do with that, coat that all around, and then we'll go right on with the mushrooms. And you can turn that heat up just to about 5. Go and use this. Well, that much. That's all you need. Not even all that. Just went back in the container with the rest of that. I'm gonna leave the truffle salt for the end. Decent amount. Make sure you stir that garlic up in there and everything. What you're gonna want to do is literally just gonna take that and baste it. That's all you're doing. Yeah, ignore my dog in the back. All we're gonna do is we gotta keep doing like that, and then you can lay it down flat again, stir some of them in there. And you go like that to catch that all down there, and you go back to basting. I'm going to turn that up just a tad bit more to really get it cooking now. Just make sure you're constantly stirring that so it's not burning. God, that smells amazing. You don't have to be a mushroom person to enjoy a meal like this. This is really good. Good shit here. And we're just gonna let that kind of simmer for a minute. Grab some paper towels over here. Camera's getting a little hot there. Lay that down on the plate. And you see how that starts to simmer there? Like I said before, don't let it ever sit for too long. It's gonna become chewy. It's not gonna be, it's still gonna taste good, it's just gonna have a different texture. Do one final basting here. Didn't get as many parsley flakes as I wanted to, but I'm still happy with it. Okay. I'm gonna go and grab a tong if we got one. Right in the back here. Just gonna take your plate. When you lay it down on there, try and spread it out, and I'll show you why here in just a moment. Yeah, let's see, some of these smaller pieces are going to be a bit tricky. Here about the bigger pieces, we'll grab the rest with the spoon. Okay, now a huge part of it is we're going to go ahead and kill that. cool that down real nice. And we're just gonna drizzle it over top. Just got all that basting on there. Okay, now while we let that cool, gonna take our truffle salt, get the truffle salt, black truffles infused. This stuff is amazing. Let's do a light little, that's it, that's all you need. This stuff's pretty strong. I take a little chunk here. That is killer. Has like a chicken taste mixed with like a steak taste almost. Consistency of like a chicken and taste of like a steak and a chicken. Now this is something I'd order on a menu at a restaurant. So yeah. Super easy to find. If you guys know anything about morel mushrooms, compared to those, these things are super easy to find. You can walk into about any set of woods and find one of these mushrooms. They're just absolutely delicious if you know how to cook them. And good thing I do. So that's where we're gonna go and end the video today here, guys.